Howdy folks, welcome back to Radical Forum. I'm your host, Charles A. Wagon, alias Chuck. And we're talking about, hey, first figure on that gunshot, do not worry. That was Barney Fife. He was cleaning a weapon. The only thing that he injured was his piccolo. But anyway, we're going on to the Kurt Cobain thing. Remember him way back in the last century? The guy that killed himself. He was 27 years old. He was a killer rocker. Killer rocker. That's terrible. But anyway, what do you think of his suicide? Do you think it was a suicide? Do you think it was a conspiracy? What's your theory on this, JoJo?
I think every time somebody dies, it's a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, who knows?
Who cares?
That was my next comment, yeah.
Was it a Remington or a Winchester?
I don't know. It was responsible for his last hit, which was the ground.
The ground that we bury in, or is buried upon, or buried? Peaches.
Wow.
Heavy.
Yeah.
He's a heavy. He's my
Deep.
brother.
I don't really know if it was suicide or if it was murder. There's not, like, they said there was not enough evidence.
Who would murder him?
Who wouldn't?
Who would want him murdered?
I
His
know, he
one-year-old
was so
child.
cute.
That's what it is. They say
But-
kids, babies. Dr. Otis.
I don't know. I think Courtney had too many clothing credit cards to pay off. There's an insurance. Be a pretty good insurance chunk there. I don't know.
Wow, that could be. She seems so distant at that time.
Yeah.
She seems, it seems like a whole,
Hole.
a hole, there you go. A hole's been lifted off her shoulders. Hole, the group, she's in hole. Anyway, it's another story. But it just seems like a weight was lifted off her shoulders after his death. Yes or no?
Yeah, well, the heroin addict that you're lugging around, finally kicks it off. I guess it's a lot less responsibility for you.
That's true. Wow. You know what's interesting? He had short hair in the beginning, then it got longer and longer and longer. And he looked slightly Neanderthal. But I don't think that really has anything to do with anything.
You say Neanderthal like it's a bad thing.
Well, it's not. It's just an old thing. But anyway, my producer, Joey's saying something about Kurt Cobain singing. But I think Kurt's lip syncing right now. But anyway, those are old Kurt, back there. And, here we go. Thanks, Joey, for that sound. You moron. Anyway, turn up the volume, Joey. Anyway, but anyway, that's old Kurt. What do you guys think of that?
Hot.
Is it raining, or is he just in the Shotgun Mafia?
Are you talking hot as in video hot, or are you talking hot as
It's hot in that
Hot
jacket.
That'd be a pretty
Hot.
hot jacket. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a leather jacket or canvas, you think? Or it could be made by Trojan condoms and it could be one of those latex things. Why would they do that? Why? Who started that? Who? Destroy your Interesting. How long were they together? Does anybody remember? It's been a long time since rock and roll, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Anyway, I think we beat that dead horse to the ground. So we're going to carry on. My Wayward Son, Kansas, 1978. Oh my God, 5, 6. Oh, here we go. We're hanging in there, folks. Speaking of rock and roll and all that good stuff like that, where do you think the rock and roll is heading? Okay, we're into the new century, 21st century. Where the hell is it going? Peaches.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't know. There's like too many icky bands coming up, like NSYNC and
Icky.
Britney. Can I say queers on TV?
Go for it, girl.
Yes, you
Britney
have.
Queers. Thank
You
you.
think she's gay, lesbian, bisexual?
No, I just don't like her.
Oh, there you go. But it's American freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Dr. Otis.
I don't really know. I think we went from grunge to kind of scrunge. We're down to like Creed and Three Doors Down. Eddie's throat ain't getting any newer, So.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. I don't listen to a lot of new music anyway. So.
JoJo.
What can I say? It's as disappointing today as it was, 20 years ago. Nothing more that can be done with it. I mean, people talk bad about NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, but the Beatles were the same way in the 1960s. So, I mean,
Yeah,
what
but
the
the
hell?
Beatles were cool.
No, the Beatles weren't cool. The Beatles were a boy band. Chicks were hyperventilating at their shows. Like, it's the Beatles. I can't believe I'm close enough to touch them.
Each our own. That's Gene Simmons. Hey, folks, we'll be right back in a few minutes with a few commercials.
Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Strange days indeed.
Cruising season is back. And your number one choice for Transworld carriers is Poop Deck Love. With almost 15 years in the business, we know just what it takes to get you there. Our entire line of ships offer recreation such as snorkeling, quiet times alone, and all-night raves. Feel free to let go, relax, and take a walk on the mild side along the shores of some of the most famous port cities, Detroit and Vladivostok. We have many rates, so call now. See what you're missing.
Dougie here from Dougie Books, announcing our anniversary sale. Looking for new titles but can't afford to pay those corporate retail prices? We carry over 200 new titles, fresh off the press. Get 2 for the price of 1. Or if it's used you're looking for, get any 3 books, old or new, for the price of 1. And as always, any book in the striped sections are 59 cents a piece, or 5 for $5. This sale is 1 week only, so step on in and see what we can find for you.
Better get straight.